Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived here at the Knoxville Raceway. Truly one of the greatest facilities in all of motorsports here in Knoxville, Iowa. This is their 2025 points season opener. We're going to be competing in the Tarlton Motorsports 21 car. And I'm feeling stoked to get out on track at the sprint car capital of the world. I've talked about it many times, but I think whether you're a driver, a crew guy, a race fan, when you step onto this property, this facility, you can just feel a feeling. It's the atmosphere and it's everything about it, whether it's a weekly show or whether it's the Knoxville Nationals. This place just, it has such an amazing vibe for dirt racing in general, no matter what you're racing here. So we are ready to get after it tonight. You can see their beautiful victory lane behind me. Expecting quite a few fans, great car count, good competition, and another opportunity for us to be better here at this racetrack, because out of all races on our schedule, the Knoxville Nationals is the biggest, and that is what we are here to get prepared for later in the season. So just got all suited up, getting ready to climb in for engine heat, then roll into hot laps and qualifying. You guys know the drill. We talk about it at every race we go to, but especially with Outlaws or High Limit and Knoxville Weekly is the same thing. It all comes back to qualifying. You have to start your night out on the right foot, carry that positive momentum, and with this format, they kind of do an invert. So the good guys that qualify up front, they kind of start mid-pack in the heat race, then they got to pass more cars, and if they can do that, they start farther up front in the A. So that's a little rundown on the night. I think we have 38 total 410 sprint cars, so really good field, and now it's just time for us to capitalize with the 21 car, put together the best results we can here. So qualifying is complete here at Knoxville. With such a big field of cars, they ended up splitting the field. So we had 19 in Flight A, 19 in Flight B. We were early on. We ended up 11th quick in our flight. So yeah, I wanted to be better. I think we made like the little invert for the heat race, so we should start on the pole. Actually, that's gonna be good for clean air. At Knoxville, big places, guys spread out quick. But as far as my 2 laps went, I just simply didn't lay down the lap that I needed. I ran the top and the bottom, top in 1 and 2, bottom in 3 and 4, both times around. If I could do it again, I maybe would have switched up my line to try to run the bottom on my whole second lap. Guys were kind of dropping down to the bottom of 1 and 2 and making really good speed. Now you have to carry good momentum in and drive off straight. It started to kind of get thinner and thinner, and it's going to as the night moves on. So that's the difficult part, is you want to carry momentum on 1 lap and then, you know, hit the bottom and gain that speed maybe on lap number 2, and there's almost like a whole game plan to it. So overall, I just, you know, made okay time down here, and then in the bottom of 3 and 4, I kind of caught the grease, and so that's where I lost some of my speed coming to the checkered flag. So put it in the notes. That's how it goes. We'll work on keeping to improve, and qualifying so big, so we'll keep focusing in on that, and definitely will help the rest of our night. But anyway, now we're on the front row of a heat race, and it's time to, you know, go out there and make the best laps we can to try to get set up for a feature later on.
To go. The field pacing their way through 3 and 4, coming to the white line. Off of turn number 4, heat race number 1 goes to the green. Great start for Tanner Holmes as he leads the field into turn number 2. They're going to go 3 wide, nearly off the bottom of turn number 2. Aaron Reitzel passed 4 cars at least coming through the bottom of turn number 2 and sets his sights on your leader. Lap 1 belongs to Tanner Holmes, though, as he races into the bottom of 1 and 2. Aaron Reitzel running second, Brandon Wimmer in the 3rd spot. Battle for 4th now. Brent Marks has it as they work off at turn number 2. Sawyer Phillips way out of shape. Oh, hang on as they touch wheels down the back straightaway. Oh boy, yellow, yellow, yellow. Tanner Holmes bringing the field back to the quality traffic control cone here on the front straightaway, and we are green. Reitzel right to the cushion in turn number 2 now. Battle for the lead down the back straightaway. Aaron Reitzel takes the top spot away from Tanner Holmes. Brent Marks in 3rd. Brandon Wimmer running in that 4th position. Scott Boguski rounding out your top 5. 6 laps remain here in heat race number 1. Reitzel brings the field off the bottom of turn number 4 to the quality traffic control restart cone. We're green. Reitzel back to the top side of the racetrack where he was so quick here a lap ago as they work down the back straightaway now. Battle soon to be in the 5th spot. Scott Boguski has it. Landon Crawley to the top side at 3 and 4. Crawley up on the cushion trying to make a run. Boguski bobbles off the bottom, slides up. Crawley through the middle. Riley Goodnow right there as well as the 3-car battle for that 5th spot ensues through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway now everybody starts to sort it out. They'll go single file to the inside at turn 3 and 4. Wimmer back to 5th. Now Riley Goodnow moves up to 6th. Landon Crawley running 7th as the white flag is in the air. 1 to go. Down the back straightaway for the final time here in heat race number 1. Aaron Reitzel sails it into the middle of 3 and 4 and works off at turn number 4 to the waving checker. He'll win heat race number 1. 2nd goes to Tanner Holmes. 3rd to Brent Marks.
27-39.
They just saw the points, and I think they pull
Like otherwise, like if yours it looks good, like your road ball looks good, but it's just gonna slow because you're off the gas, to stay down there. So you just got it's just learning your feet, learning that fine line.
So we started on the pole there of that heat race. I ended up running 2nd. Reitzel had came from a couple rows back, and I think he got a really good initial start, kind of got up there. We had a yellow, and he was able to roll the top side around me. It's tricky in a situation like that. He obviously rolls around this place really good, so his car sometimes can go in spots other guys can't. So I was kind of still hesitating to jump to the outside. I knew he must have done something crazy because, like I said, he started 5th and was up 3 or 4 positions in 1 lap on that restart. And he just used the top side to get around me. If I would have been able to get through the bottom better, I probably would have been able to hold him off, but he just got around me, kind of cut down, took the air off my car, and then from there, I ran 2nd. We had another restart, and just tried to work on making the best laps that I could. I'll tell you this though, when you're running the inside, it's crazy the difference between just getting your left front on it, where it almost like lifts the left front corner, and that directly plants the right rear. If you can use the berm just a little bit in every lap, you can make so much speed. Of course, the track condition also plays a factor, how wet it is down there. But even in that heat race where there was quite a bit of grip, when I got my left front just in the perfect position, it planted the back of my car, and I could drive around the corner with so much more grip. So anyway, I really think we could have won that heat race. At the same time, the 87 was really good around here. I felt like when I made my best laps behind him, I didn't really think he made ground, but then if I made a mistake, he would, pull away. He was obviously more consistent at the front of the field. But hopefully that gets us in the show. With this format, they take the top 20 in points and they shuffle, or they don't shuffle, they get you all in the feature and they line you up. Basically heads up, highest point car, I believe, is on the pole. So for us, we're just trying to get in the show with them, with us being down the order and qualifying. We'll see how things shake up though as they run the rest of the heats. So our A main event is up next here at Knoxville. Weekly shows here are just 20 laps, which to most might not seem like a long race, but around a half mile like this, that's a long time in the race car. The laps here take a while. So the 21 car we locked in, didn't have to run the B main event. We actually are starting 13th in the feature. I was a little surprised that I thought we were gonna be like 18, 19, 20th, just barely sneaking in, but I think tonight it helped with their points format, having basically Group A, Group B, because that tightened everyone up. Because cars qualified 1 through 19 and 1 through 19 instead of 1st through 38. So we did what we had to do to this point, with some solid track position. Of course, you always want to start closer to the front of the field, but with how our nights went, this is a good opportunity now to execute on the start. Kind of being on the inside, you do get trapped down there. So I think it's just important for me to carry a lot of mile an hour into the first corner, try to just maintain. If there's an opening to move forward, take advantage of it, and then from there start attacking, with positive forward momentum, whether that's bottom, middle, top, just wherever you can kind of get a clean lane. But these big wings on the cars on the nose and on top of us, clean air is a big deal. And when you get trapped behind other cars, your car doesn't react how it should. So I got to do my job behind the wheel, and my team is making some final adjustments so we have the best hot rod we can. So as we close in here on the final laps of this A-main event, I really tried to apply some pressure to the 2KS of Corey Eliason. You know, we're running 14th, 15th, but I thought maybe if I could get alongside him, you know, maybe that could be another spot. Unfortunately though, as we kind of got racing and I was just going in the opposite lane as he was, and he started to kind of pull back away, the 39 of Linton Jeffrey was able to slide on by me as it just got so slick. He started really rolling the middle and I got caught bottom and top, just not, like I said, making the speed that I needed. So we ended up finishing 15th. I don't know, maybe I'm just not carrying enough speed, but like as I drove it harder, I felt like I'd miss it. But like as I get going so slow, like the thing is just like almost like untying so bad or something. Like I just can't keep it down to like I can just finish turning.
So it's like a walk up.
Yeah, basically. You know, and I tried to. Well, Knoxville in April absolutely delivered. I mean, you can't really ask for too much better of a track surface. Got a cushion up top, you got some grip on the bottom, just enough though, like it's not easy to hit. Like you have to have a ton of throttle control. Your race car's got to be really good just to drive through that, get down the straightaway. If you run the top two, you got to lean against the fluff. Like it's not just a grip lane, it's a cushion. Like there's a cushion up here. Not as treacherous as 1 and 2. 1 and 2 was even more difficult to run, but yeah, just pretty wet, thick. This right here moved a little easier. It didn't really develop much of a parking curb, but still a good amount of material built up. You would not want to get over it. Well, I've had a minute now. You know, I just feel frustrated about our night and honestly kind of our weekend, right? Like just want to have the best results that we can. I want to deliver for these guys, and I just felt like tonight, like just from the drop of, you know, qualifying, not able to execute. Heat race, you know, wasn't bad, but we started up front. We had that clean air. And then in the feature, like I just wasn't that great in dirty air. I thought I kind of struggled around other cars. My first start was good. My second start, I kind of got stuck on the bottom and just hard to get through that first corner. And if you don't get through that first corner, well, you're just fighting off guys so quickly. So anyway, I think in general, as a team, we just have homework to do, and my car doesn't feel like, I don't feel like we're in right field or nothing. Just a few little things in the feature. Like I just couldn't make time on the bottom like some other guys. I felt like it was kind of hard to steer around the berm, and therefore it's easy to just get out in no man's land, the middle. So yeah, I felt like I lost time. Bottom of 1 and 2, bottom of 3 and 4. Like if I absolutely ripped it, I could, you know, kind of maintain, but otherwise I just couldn't keep the speed up that some other guys did. Honestly, when I got to the top of 3 and 4, actually wasn't too bad. It just kind of got caught just constantly trying to search around the racetrack and find my rhythm, and never really was able to grasp onto it. So it is what it is. I think we, I don't know necessarily, I think we were 15th, so we did go backwards, unfortunately. I won't lie, in these moments, this is where as a race car driver, like you kind of just have to, even though, you know, now I guess yesterday didn't necessarily go how he wanted today too, like, again, just like tear off, go back to work, study, you know, maybe where we could be better, where does our car lack, and maybe where's that, you know, not allowing me to do my job to its full potential, and then also what am I doing that I can improve to drive my race car around and put it in the correct position on the track. There's so many factors at this place. It's really hard. And in the grandstands, it looks really easy, but man, it's just so difficult. So it definitely can make your head spin. So you allow it to do that for 5 or 10 minutes, and then it's like, all right, you know, now how can we be better? We have plenty of races coming up and plenty of opportunities to keep heading in the right direction. You can't let a couple bad nights, you know, stop the progress that we've had and, you know, our good start to our season. So just a big thank you to Drew Warner, Carly. Those are my 2 crew guys this weekend. They worked their tails off, and just everyone that's a part of our Tarlton Motorsports team. Really appreciate this opportunity. I want to deliver. It hurts, man, when we're not running, like when we don't get the results or we don't run how we need to, you know, how we want to, just because so much effort goes into it. And you know, and I understand that because I have, you know, having our own team, like I know, like nights like this are just not what you want, but it's part of dirt racing. It's part of what we sign up for. Great to be here in the sprint car capital of the world, and the good news is, even on a night like this where, you know, you wouldn't chalk it up how we want, we still learn stuff, and it's going to help us for later in the year when, you know, we have those big paying shows. We have the Knoxville Nationals, and we're on some of the biggest stages in sprint car racing. So thank you guys so much for riding along with us for the journey through the good and the bad. It's all part of it. Take it with a grain of salt, move on to the next one. We'll see you there. Deuces.